Kathy, and I went to Ecuador for plastic surgery. Unfortunately, my neck and my nose got lost in translation. I'm a former model and an event planner. As a child, I just loved being in front of the camera and having my picture taken. I was blessed being photogenic. I think that's one of the things, either you have or you don't have it, and I think I definitely have it. I first got into modeling when I was 10, and it was modeling clothes for a department store. And then I went on to do print work and fashion shows. Playboy approached me, and I wanted to be a centerfold, so I moved to Los Angeles, and I actually got a phone call from Playboy to come meet Hefner. I have to say I love Hef, and he's a great guy. I've been to so many parties at the Playboy Mansion I can't even count. I was on the list for many years, just as an invited guest. And then I thought, well, why not get involved? And that's how I got involved in the event business, was actually selling tickets to some of the parties at the Playboy Mansion. Being an event planner, you have to look good no matter what. But I was always self-conscious of my appearance because of the wrinkles on my neck I hated. And at 52, I decided, all right, it's time to fix this neck. My girlfriend, who was from Ecuador, she assured me she had like the best plastic surgeon. So I went, and he mentioned to me that I had a ball on my nose, and he wanted to fix it. When I woke up, I just remember being in excruciating pain. My girlfriend ended up leaving me in Ecuador. I don't speak Spanish, and I was trying to tell them I was in pain. I had no idea what I was getting, but I just started vomiting blood. I felt trapped, and I felt I was gonna die there, and I hadn't even seen myself. The first time I saw my nose, I could not stop bawling. My nostrils were up. It was a bad job. And my neck, he actually put more wrinkles on it, so that's why I'm always hiding. Hi!
Hey!
How are you, honey
Good,
bunny?
nice to see you, honey.
Good to see you. I've known Sham for years, working on different things together.
So, all right, babe, tell me what's going on with you.
Well, I am, besides doing the event, you know, I always get a little nervous.
Pressure.
Right around the corner.
Kathy is such a nice and sweet person. But I see the things she does. She always puts her hair over here to cover the scars, and I feel like it's holding her back.
I have a consultation
Consultation for what?
for my plastic surgery that I had.
When you see those scars, that is butchery. They cut her up like a Halloween pumpkin. I've never seen anything like that. It boggles my mind how there are no standards. You would have been better off going and having your plastic surgery done by a mechanic in South Central.
I know, biggest mistake I ever made was having plastic surgery out of the United States. If the doctors are able to help me, I'd like to get back to being the life of the party instead of planning it.
You've got to be comfortable in your own skin. There's no gift like being happy with yourself.
Do you know who people are saying I look like? On Twitter. And by the way, it's not flattering.
Oh, really?
No.
I want to hear this.
Oh, it's so not flattering.
Who? Tell me.
The Pope.
Hey, look at that nose and the forehead. Wow.
I'm like the Pope. I'm like the Pope of plastic surgery. You know, hey, I decide. This is my church. It's my house. We're going to do what I want.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm Terry
to meet
Dubrow.
you.
Pleasure.
Why don't you come over here? So where'd you come in from?
Los Angeles.
Oh, you're a local.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I know.
So can you tell us why you're here?
I went to Ecuador in 2007.
Kathy did a typical medical tourism trip. Huge mistake.
He did a facelift, and
Yeah.
I'm butchered all behind my ears. And then he looked at my nose, and he said, you have a little ball on there, let me take it off. So of course he did, but it's not symmetrical. I have a hard time breathing. It was horrible. They started giving me aspirin.
After a neck lift and after a rhinoplasty.
Yes.
So two areas where you're going to bleed a lot. She was fed aspirin immediately after surgery. That's what we tell patients to stop a week before their surgery because it causes bleeding.
I kid you not, the movie The Exorcist, just shooting blood. I'm so weak I can't even stand up.
Jeez.
And I was bleeding to death. I ended up at Cedars and needing 3 pints of blood, which was $30,000.
3 pints of blood. Thank God you got to the hospital here. What do you want to have done with your nose?
I want my nose to look like it did before. I just want to undo it. That was before anything.
They didn't break your nose? Because
No.
it looks more narrow now
No.
than it did back then.
Obviously, it's up too high, and I get bronchitis all the time now.
I think the best thing to do to evaluate your nose and take a look at your neck is to examine you.
Okay, sounds great.
She went to Ecuador to save money on plastic surgery. It didn't work, so that's why you have to be careful. Can you sit up for us right here?
What are you feeling?
Basically, most of the cartilage of the nose has been removed. It's like they amputated all the septum up. The nose is skeletonized. A lot of stuff has been removed and it looks like a skeleton. They did fracture and narrow your nasal bones.
They did?
Yeah. Little breaks there.
I'm shocked to hear that they fractured my nose. I had no idea.
Right now, you're pinched, you're collapsed, it's overdone. I'd like to actually take your nose from being here all the way down to here. Is that what you're looking for, though, is a normal appearing nose?
Yes. I just didn't want a big nose. I mean, yeah.
Okay, we have to talk about that. When you look at the photos of you that you showed us,
I like my old nose.
well, that's pretty big.
That's fine.
Her old nose was big, normal, natural. And I want to give her back a normal nose. And no matter what, we cannot make your nose perfect. Better, but not perfect. Are you okay with that?
It'll look better than this. It'll look so much better.
Okay, so that's our goal.
Probably one of the most important factors before you operate on the patient. You want to make sure they have a very realistic set of goals and expectations so you don't disappoint them.
I mean, you do have, an aging neck here, and there are
Right.
some wrinkles. So we're just looking here at your neck lift that you have. So it looks like there's what we call a step off in your hair. There's a big jagged edge on it. So your neck can be improved. Kathy's procedure is extremely difficult because her skin is so thin. That means every little move that we make, you're gonna be able to see it. However, our game plan is to basically do a revision, lower face, and neck lift. We are gonna help you. We're gonna take on your nose, fix your neck.
Okay, I'm excited. Well, my last surgery really traumatized me. And this surgery, I already feel like it's a breeze, just knowing the doctors and talking to them and knowing I can speak English to them. Thank you so much.
Where's Miss Downtown Kathy Brown?
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm a little nervous.
You are? Okay, well, we'll talk about everything. You ask your concerns first.
I don't want my nose too long. I want a cute little button nose.
No, we've already discussed this. Let me explain. Either you leave it alone.
No, I don't. I don't like it the way it is.
Did you bring a picture of your old nose with you again?
It's on my phone.
Kathy's communication with me really hasn't been that consistent because she wants to have her nose look like her old nose,
And that was my nose?
and your nose is definitely a lot bigger. When you see a picture, it's a pretty big nose. But then she tells me she doesn't want a big nose. But then she tells me she wants to have her nose breathe better, function better. At this point, we're in a conundrum because we don't know what we're gonna do. Your old nose was a lot bigger than your current nose. Do you feel your old nose was just a little bit bigger than this nose?
Yeah. I'm very concerned about having a big nose. I was still hopeful that I can have a tiny nose, just not like this.
Sounds like what you want is in between this current nose and your old nose.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're re-clarifying.
Okay.
But we're doing something else, a facelift, I found.
Oh, I love it. I know. I'm so excited.
And the reason why we're performing revision facelift today is that the doctors in Ecuador gave her pixie ears, where the ears are stuck down and pulled down her face, and also the pull of skin is irregular. So she looks like she had an emergency facelift because it's like, I'll take good care of her.
Okay, thank you.
For Kathy's double surgery, I'm going to begin tightening the neck by making an incision under the chin, then lifting the muscle bands and stitching them together. I will then continue with the facelift by making incisions around the ears, tightening the muscles, and changing the direction of the original pull. This will give the face a more natural look. Moving on to the nose, I will take cartilage from her ears and combine it with Kathy's own septal cartilage to both widen the collapsed left nostril and lower the nasal tip.
Good morning.
Welcome back. Go ahead and sign in here.
Obviously, I'm nervous about the results, and I'm excited to see what I look like. I have not seen myself in the mirror at all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I like this.
Thank
I
you.
this little
Like my
leopard outfit.
jammies?
Very cute.
The cougar in me comes out.
So I'm gonna take this off. Hold on. Today is Kathy's first day after surgery. I want to know if Kathy's nerves are gonna be intact. Do me a favor. Smile. Pucker. Go like this. Move your nose. Raise your eyebrows. Close your eyes really tight. I was very careful around the nerves, but now seeing that they all work right in front of me makes me feel a lot better. All that stress is gone. Now, with the face, your skin was extremely thin. The deep tissue below that, where all the muscles are, is probably the thinnest that I've ever seen in my entire career
Probably,
so far.
yeah.
And actually, the nerves that control the face were staring right at me saying, hello. So one of the things I was worried about is that you might have weakness in your lips.
Okay.
And guess what? They're perfect.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Even your scars behind your ears, where you had a step off in your hair,
Right.
I think we're able to fix those too.
Oh, wow.
So very happy about the face.
Uh-huh.
The nose. I'd say we probably did about halfway, getting your tip down. Now, me personally, I would have liked to have gotten your tip a lot more down. But remember how you kept saying I don't want it too long and all that?
Yeah.
So we did what you said.
Thank you so much.
Physically, Kathy looked amazing. The skin was nice in color. Kathy will probably have about a 3-month recovery till that everything looks perfect. But after 2 weeks, Kathy should look pretty good. Okay, I'll see you later on.
Thank you.
It's been 8 years since I made the worst mistake of my life, going to Ecuador to have my nose and neck done. I almost died, and I've been traumatized, but I've wanted it fixed since then, and here I am with my new look, and I'm all excited to show the world.
So you need to drink something. Come on, it's a party. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I am mind blown. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. She looks confident, she looks happy, and she looks beautiful. They just shaved another 10 years off.
Since my surgery, I feel like I look great, and my nose looks normal, and I've had my hair in a ponytail, and people aren't recognizing me. They're like, oh my God, what did you do?
I'm back, you guys!
I'm like on this incredible high.
I want to thank you so much for coming. You all know me for throwing events and parties, and I appreciate you coming here to celebrate me. I don't want to cry right now, but
I love you, Kathy. We love you.
I love all you guys.
Get down here, let's party.
Thank you.
I'm just so happy to see my friend have this freedom. She's got her hair up, and she doesn't need to be self-conscious.
And my nose.
Oh, let me see.
Yes.
That looks so good. The nostrils look so symmetrical. It looks so gorgeous.
Before my surgery, my nose was too short. I couldn't breathe. It wasn't symmetrical. And my neck had more wrinkles in it than it had before I went into surgery. Now, after my surgery, my neck looks great. I don't have to worry about the wrinkles. I can breathe for the first time. I haven't been the life of the party for a long time. I've been sort of in the background hiding, but now I'm ready to get out and hit the town. Let's get this party started! Dr. Nassif, you've given me this whole new lease on life, and I'm really excited about it all.
Everybody say we love Kathy.
I love Kathy.